Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Sunburst Tarot, where today we're going to be looking at a very mysterious case. So, does everyone remember the intrepid adventurers of Lewis and Clark, who were the major figures who went and did their whole expedition, Sacagawea, and everything from there? Well, we're going to be taking a look here at one of the principal leaders of that group, Meriwether Lewis, and his mysterious death that occurred not too long after the infamous expedition. So there's been some questions. There's currently it's been labeled as a self-exiting type of incident. However, it's really interesting as he did pass from a pew pew to the head, or not to the head, sorry, not to the head. I've just been seeing it around. He did but pass because of wounds inflicted by a firearm, and I want to take a look into his passing. There's been lots of stuff of like, was it self-exit? Was it someone taking him out and the such? So I really want to take a look into it, as this is something that's really interesting, as even most presidents have denied, like, for a very, very long time, uh like, the classified documents around his passing to never be released to the public, even though it's damn near 200, over 200, 250 years later. So, or not 250, but over 200 years later. So, without further ado, I want to dive into it. So, quick reminder, remember everything I'm saying is all alleged and for entertainment purposes only. No facts here, y'all, just my opinions, psychic downloads, and these such. So, if you want to use what I'm saying to help form your own thoughts, opinions, and conclusions, please do so. If you don't want to, you don't have to. So, without further ado, let's take a look into the mysterious passing of Meriwether Lewis. So, I just want to get the general energy of Mr. Meriwether Lewis around his passing. What was kind of going on with him? So, we have the Hermit reversed. So, he was going on an uncomfortable journey. I was getting out of my comfort zone, uncomfortable journey. If I'm not mistaken, he was named like the second governor of like of down in like Louisiana, or the first governor of Louisiana, and he was making his way up to Washington D.C. So it's like he was taking an uncomfortable journey that he did not want to go on. He's like, I'm getting put out of my comfort zone. I really don't want to go up here. Why is this? Because I had to face the music in some way. Face the music because of dirty dealings underneath the surface. Also, it feels like what this journey that he was taking wasn't very well known. It's like this is like a secret journey that he was taking underground, that people were not supposed to know about. It's like, I gotta go on this underground meeting of some sorts. Why? Because from a financial influence, like he was losing everything, or there was a loss of money, but also there was like a loss of control. What's going on here with the Empress? Because it's like you're losing the land of milk and honey. Like, we're not going where we need to. Like, I don't know if he was married at this time. I don't know if there was issues with like a mom or like a female figure, but like someone was trying to take his money. A female figure was trying to take his money. Unseen obstacle, or the hopes and fears here. It's like I have to see things in a new perspective. His hands were also tied in this situation on this journey around his passing. It's like, yeah, I'm going on this trip that I don't want to go on. I got issues going on at home with money. Apparently, he didn't have a lot of money. He might have been arguing with the wife. The wife might have been wanting to leave him. We have the hanged man here, though. It's like his hands were tied and he was about to be put on the stage. He had to see life in a brand new perspective because the unseen obstacle. Did he know he was going to be passing on this trip? I hear yes. It's like, if I leave, I'm gonna go. Someone wants me out of here. What? Because it's like, sure, I'm not seeing this coming, but it's like, I have this impending doom about this. Because the or the opposing influence on here, it's like, I have to go, but I don't want to go. There's something with this trip he does not want to go on. It's like, I'm going on this foolishly, naively. What was going from, was he separating from like a partner or like an affair partner of some sort, especially with that lovers reverse? Is like he's separating. There's like two things going on here. One is like I have a lot of anxiety around uh around just like going on this trip that I did not want to go on. And then there's also issues going on, it feels like, at home with like a partner, his wife. Because it's like, and then also he's got to go be put on a stage somewhere. I got to go have people see me in a new light and a new perspective. Well, what do you mean they had to see you in a new light and perspective? What were you doing? Because remember, he was on this secret trip. Because here in the past, there was like illusions around who he was, what he was doing. Uh, he was like, I traveled the world, I started new cycles, we started new things, but there's like a hidden, like there's something hidden to this whole thing. And then here in the future, this is to avoid some sort of huge ass disaster. uh Him going out was avoiding a disaster. What was he going up to Washington for? Because like what this is giving me, it's like this is like a secret trip that I gotta go on. He's got problems with the wife. He's got to go on this secret trip. He's got to go be put on stage. Well, what did he have to get put on stage for? Like what did he know that he was going to Washington D.C. about? And this is, I think, very separate from. I don't know if this is separate from like the Lewis and Clark trip that they took out. I'm hearing yes, but I really want to take a look into what was he going to Washington essentially to talk about, or yeah, to talk about. I'll grab out true crime and conspiracy here. Like, what was he going to Washington to talk about? Because there seems to be some really weird stuff going on with that. Interesting. And I don't know, I'm not the most familiar with the politics of the, what is it, the 1700s? I don't know that many. I'm not very keen. All I know, I did a little bit of research, and there was apparently this one guy, Bates, who did, him and Lewis didn't like each other. Uh, and that caused a lot of issues. That caused a lot of issues, and Bates was the one that was kind of like telling him that he needed to go up to Washington, but this felt like it's a very secret meeting of what he was going up there for. So let's take a look. Why was he actually going to Washington? What was he going to talk about? He wanted to go there for healing. Healing of what? Okay. What are you going there for, bud? I'm healing. Why is this? Because I know he was really, really sick. He was actually very, very sick. They said he had like really advanced stages of syphilis. So, hmm, he wanted to go there. This was like supposed to be a healing trip because someone was after him. Hmm. He had a lot of secrets. Huh. Underground secrets. This is super interesting. These cards never come out together. These cards never come out together, which is wild. Um, yeah, again, this wedding marriage. Okay, so let's take a look at it. What was he going to Washington for? Looks like he was going for some sort of like mental health help, in my opinion here. I gotta heal because I may be having ideations of certain things. However, and it's like he needs to talk about something with that. Also, again, this wedding and or marriage card again, which is we're gonna have to take a look into what was going on between him and his partner at that time, because it's like they were splitting, and that's actually like the best thing possible, because like I think it takes his partner, his wife, out of the picture, or out of like weird stuff going on. Because also here, because the opposing energy to his healing is he was taken out. I don't know what was kind of going on in this guy's head, but it's like what I'm kind of picking up is I need to go because I am not doing so hot. I'm fighting with my partner. This is the best thing for me. She's not around. I'm gonna go to Washington D.C. There's someone who's hunting him. I don't know who's hunting him, but someone's hunting him, wanting him taken out. Also, on hopes and fears, feeling it from a material standpoint. This is weird. Because also here, it's like he has like I want to reveal some secrets, underground secrets. This is probably on his long travels that he was doing. I'm not getting that. What I'm getting here from this whole shit storm is like, why was he heading to the DC? It looks like he was going there for some sort of treatment, to heal, to do different things, to help, I think, with, again, he had syphilis. So, and they said it was a really advanced stages. But he was taken out before he could take himself out. Or he took, this is weird. Why are you not giving me a straight answer here, y'all? Okay. I'm going to ask a very interesting question because I'm like, why are we not getting a straight answer here? And everyone is just avoiding their eyes. Here it's like, I'm like, it's been over 200 plus years. Why is this such a? Why can't we know? Like, why is this whole thing? Like, what does this really mean? Because something's off. Like, when I mean off, I mean really off. Like, when you mean, why can't even? This is over 200 years ago. Why is it so important to keep this hidden, I should say? Why does this need to be hidden? Why are we not getting answers of how this really happened? What's going on here? Everyone's just avoiding my eyes and avoiding the questions. It's like, we don't want to talk. We don't want to talk. Well, why don't we want to talk? Let's take a look. Why don't we want to talk? Because this is maintaining the balance of something. We need to maintain the balance. We need to maintain. Oh, we need to maintain reputations. Why is this? Because this avoids disaster. It avoids a complete and utter disaster. It avoids the implosion of something. Because we need to hold our secrets close. They're very, very important because these secrets are big. They're boom. Again, this is all having to do with secrets. We don't want them revealed because, however, it's like you're coming in and you're asking a lot of questions. Why are you asking so many questions? What? You're in the past, King of Cups. So, what I would see here, it's like, who is he actually the baby daddy of? Who is he the baby daddy of? One. Two, again, we keep popping this up. His wife, he did not love. There is something going on here with the wife of not loving her or falling out of love with her, and that's super important of everything. Y'all, I don't care who, what, when, where, or why. I don't really care who he was. Like, I should say, I care who he is and I care who he was. I'm not trying to, bash his name, but I'm really confused here. It's like, we need to keep these secrets. But I'm trying to figure out why. I'm going to take a look between him and his partner. I'm just going to grab out this deck. What's going on between him and his partner? His wife at that time. Because that seems to be a really, really important thing to him. That he's like, no. That's what the cards say. Let's focus on this. Let's focus on me and my wife and our unhappiness. Okay, so you're unhappy, but that's taking us away from the government conspiracy stuff going on there. What the heck is going on with that? I have a feeling we're about to figure out actually why. But it needs to be, it's a reading that has to be done through the partner. And I keep saying partner, not wife. Interesting. Right? Let's just take a look. And how does that, why does that so, let's take a look. What's going on between Meriwether Lewis and his wife? Meriwether Lewis, his wife. Energy in between. Y'all, I had a feeling. Okay. So, Meriwether Lewis, showing up as the Empress. His wife is showing up as the Emperor. They did not have a very traditional marriage. Energy in between. These two fought like cats and dogs. Was she his beard? Did he not like women? Or I should say, was he not interested in a romantic sense with women? Because with the Five of Wands here, between the two of them, they fought like cats and dogs. The wife is uber controlling. He's the world. Because why is this? Because you were always out doing different things, doing this, doing that. He was always on the move. And he had the money, even though he was pretty much broke in his later years, though. Because, like, yeah, we'll put on this marriage. We'll put on the marriage. Even though we fight, we just want to have this marriage because unseen obstacle. Because we can't move. We can't change. I can't be who I need to be. Because the opposing energy, if I did, I would lose all support. Also, I'd probably get thrown into jail with the times. Because you know what? We have secrets. Was she threatening secrets on him too? Because here in the past, yeah, like we were in love at one point in time, but here in the future, greedy, selfish energy. What I'm getting here is I would probably like to claim Meriwether Lewis is gay. In my opinion. I mean, I could be very, very wrong. And you know what? I might be wrong. But with the Empress here and the Emperor, I mean, it could just be that they had a very, very different type of relationship. She's the one who wore the pants in the family. He did not. Uh, what else is there? Wait, is that actually what that's about? I've never seen pictures of these two. But there's also a sense here of, sure, they might, and I might not be gay, and like this might not be gay. This actually might be trans. Okay, now the bills are going off. Was Meriwether Lewis actually not a guy? Like, or like biologically was not born as a guy? Um, like was he biologically born as a woman? Because there seems to be some issues going on there. This relationship is very odd. It's very off. They're like, yeah, we're good for each other. You do your thing, I do my thing. Like, did these two, like, when they married, like, and they don't want that coming out to the public because that would go against a lot of narratives? All alleged for entertainment purposes only. So let's take a look at Meriwether Lewis. Let's just take a look at Meriwether Lewis. What was his secrets? What was Meriwether Lewis's secret that he was trying to that Bates was pushing out, I should say. What was this secret? I'm not balanced. Who I am, you're very unbalanced. What's this? I'm a very unbalanced person. Why is this? Because the Hanged Man. Because I'm not seeing things in a new perspective. Because I feel like I'm tied up. I'm feeling like I'm not doing well. Yeah, I gotta rest my body. Gotta do my things. I want to be shown as this celebratory man. I'm married. I'm doing my thing here. However, I don't have the money. I don't have the resources anymore to kind of cover this shit up. Ace of Pentacles reversed. Don't have the money. Here's the King of Cups, though. That's the partner. Here in the past, King of Pentacles. Gotta keep that money in here in the future. Queen of Wands. Didn't want to... Y'all, is Meriwether Lewis trans? Because it's like, I'm super unbalanced. I'm not who I say I am because, well, I don't want people to really see who I am. And I will pay money. I will just lay me to rest in how I am. Because upright here, it's like, yeah, I have the home. I have the family. It's two women together on the card, too, celebrating. Whatever. Also here with the Page of Pentacles reversed, so it's like a loss of investment, a loss of money. He must not have been that good with his money here in the past. The King of Pentacles reversed or upright, like I was secure, and then in the Queen of Wands, I'm crashing out. Weird. So let's kind of go back to why was Meriwether Lewis? Why was he killed? Or yep, I'm just gonna say it. Why was he killed? I'm actually seeing this as, yeah, no, he was biologically not born as a male. In my opinion, y'all, I was not expecting that. But why was he taken out then? Like, in my opinion, why was he taken out? Like, what's the thing that caught up to him first, essentially? That took him out. He was a celebrity. He was a massive celebrity. He was a big name. A lot of people knew about him. And we just wanted to kind of make him go away, whether that was like through whatever means necessary. Because yeah, he was taken out. Why was he taken out? He was a big ass celebrity that I'm gonna grab clarifiers for everything too. Yeah. Because the unseen obstacles here, there was a couple people after him, a couple people were working on it. Someone came, it seems, to his door, gave him a gift, or say, hey, we'll give you a gift. He got imprisoned. Because, yep, there's our hotel. And, yeah. So I'm going to grab some clarifiers out. I'm going to take a look at why was he taken out. What's the thing that kind of caught up to him first, taking it out? Someone knew that secret. Big, bold attention. We needed an attention. This is our way of making a grab at something. Why? Because, that was reversed. Let's party. Parasite, life drain, parasitic impetus. We needed something to get people's attention. Why? Because we needed them to look one way so we could do our stuff on the other way. Because, yeah. Because from a material sense, was he getting ready to go on like another expedition? Was he getting ready to go like on another thing here where they're trying to get rid of him? Because someone was like really trying, like, I don't know what this is all about, but he's like, I gotta get all my stuff. Because, yeah, they just wanted to scare him, it feels like, with this thing. Well, I'm looking at the event here. They wanted to scare him into getting into not doing what he wanted to do. Is what it kind of feels like, but it ended up being like, yeah, no, instead I got taken out because he was trying to run from something, awaken people, let people know about something, but some people didn't want that information coming out, so it's like, yeah, well, let's just take him out. And it looks like he was part of that's really interesting. Like, he was also a part of, like, hey, did he have, like, information about what was coming out? He wanted to reveal information because Illusions All is not what it's seen with the Crime of Passion. It looks like he knew of something that was coming up, or he knew information about someone or something that had happened. He's like, I want to kind of, like, I almost want to open the box and show how the trick has been done when it comes to maybe multiple people passing, things going on, some of the political games that were going on. Like, was he getting ready to expose someone, but then he also had secrets of his own? Like, again, I get that Meriwether Lewis, in my opinion here, I don't know if he was born with all the manly bits. I don't think he was. I don't think Meriwether Lewis was born with all the manly bits. Uh, in my opinion here, and that was like his big ass secret. And I wonder, okay, so why are we so I know this might be like not super super specific, but what's kind of going on here with Meriwether Lewis, and why does the United States presidency peoples not why do they refuse to why do they refuse to declassify his case? Why do they refuse to declassify his case? Why do they refuse to declassify his case? Like what is that? Like why do they refuse to declassify his case? Cuz it would be really big news. Something would be really really it also exposes something. Hold on. It exposes something. It exposes something real hard. Why is this about money, people, players, presidents, vice presidents, and the such? It really exposes something that, like, also where money was coming from, exposes where money, who was giving money. Also, this causes a major backlash. Like, does this cause, like, issues with, like, the Louisiana purchase or, like, the purchase of, like, land from certain groups, people, or the such? Because, yeah, we need to maintain our house of lies around this. It's like we want to keep our lies. We want to keep our people lying. We don't want people to know the truth about certain people, places, things. However, people are becoming already, who are already getting deprogrammed. People are already not looking and seeing what people are putting in front of us. Like, his death, it shakes the foundation of politics at the time. It also shakes apart, I want to say, the purchase of certain land. Things have been written in history textbooks, but they are not accurate to true history. Is kind of what I'm getting. And his death somehow like affects that. Because yeah, the unseen obstacles, like yeah, because then we have to look ourselves in the face of what we've done. However, if we just light it up as like this cool thing that happened, not his death, but like all these other things that were going on, let's prop up his accolades so we can kind of get rid of some of the weird stuff going on with his partners, and that's what people are going to find, nothing else. Because here in the past, the Five of Cups reversed, it's like yeah, we've already healed from this. Like, we don't need to talk about this anymore. But here in the future, oh, are we going to finally get his stuff declassified? Because I'm hoping so. This reveals a lot of secrets. Someone's going to like rip the secrets off of this. This like almost it reshapes American politics at that time, because currently we're kind of stuck. We're not sure what's kind of really going on. However, we're going to be unearthing some things. It feels like I don't know where he's buried, but I don't know if someone wants to unearth his body to take a look at what was really going on. I don't know how much of the body is going to be actually left, but there's some secrets that are coming out about Meriwether Lewis, and it reshapes a big portion of the United States politics, history, and the such, which has been hidden for centuries at this point, which is really interesting. So that's what I'm seeing here in my reading. I hope y'all enjoyed. If y'all want to leave a like, comment, subscribe, let me know what other really interesting, if there's anything other historical stuff you want me to take a look at, please let me know. I am going to link here at the end my list of historical mysteries and playlists of stuff, so feel free to check that on all out. I love doing like these older type of mysteries, true crime sort of things, that are kind of like over 100 years old. I find them utterly fascinating. So let me know what y'all would like to see below. Otherwise, thank you so very, very much for watching. If y'all want to leave a like, comment, subscribe, join YouTube members, or become, or you want to book a personal reading with me, that can all be done using the description box below. So thank you so very, very much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. So bye.